Hey guys, it's your buddy Rome. Today we're going to take a look at a monitor that was sent out to me. Now this is not just any monitor. Trust me guys, I have a whole stack of monitors on the shelf over here. These flat panel monitors, these budget monitors, these travel portable monitors. But one thing is missing with every single one of them, and that is the ability to be able to power this monitor by itself. Now this monitor that we're looking at right here is from MAGICRAVEN. This one has an 8,000 milliamp hour battery built into the monitor. Let's open the box. Let's see what we get and figure out if this is going to become Rome's new on-location monitor. Man, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, guys, so here we have it. This is the box that it comes in. Now, some of the things you see listed here on the box, I'm not going to waste my time going through all of those things. We're just going to get right into it and see exactly what we get. So let's go ahead and get this guy open. Okay, guys, so the first thing we're greeted with is a little welcome card. As you guys can see here, we get our starter manual. This is going to walk us through some of the different features of this monitor. Here is the actual monitor. Let's pull that out and then also pull out all of our accessories. I can tell you this guy is ultralight. All right, we have an accessory box in here. Let's make sure there's nothing else in the box. Nope, that's everything that comes in the box. So let's get right to it. All right, so let's start off with the accessories that we have here. So in this box, we're going to find a nice little, I don't know what this carrying case would be for. It doesn't seem like it would fit the monitor, but it comes with it. You get a bunch of cables. So you're going to get a USB-C to USB-C cable. This is another USB-C to USB-C cable. That's really nice to see. You also receive a power brick. Now this is very important because a lot of these a lot of brands no longer provide these power bricks, so I'm very happy to see that. And we also receive a full-size, nope, I take that back. We also receive a full-size HDMI to mini HDMI cable. So that's going to come in really handy for depending on what it is you're going to be connecting it to. So let's keep rolling. All right, so here is our monitor. Let's get to that. All right, guys, what I can definitely tell you looking at this monitor, it is ultra thin. It is very, very lightweight. This is a 15-inch monitor, which is really, really nice. All right, let's flip around to the back here and see what we get. As you guys can see, there's an integrated stand back here in the back of the monitor, and you can use that to set this guy upright like so. Now, you have all of your different input indicators on the back here. And if we look closely here, we can see that we have control button, we have a volume button, we have a brightness button, we have a basically your power button, and you also have a headphone input right here. Okay, and then on this opposite side here, we have our USB-C, USB-C, HDMI. Now this does have the Versa mounts on here, so if you wanted to mount this onto a monitor stand, you would be able to mount this on a monitor stand. All right, let's flip this guy around and see if we can get it to turn on. All right, it looks like this will need to be charged, so let me get a power source for it and we'll charge it up and then get it turned on and make sure that everything is working with this monitor. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and connect one of the cables to this just so we can get some power going to it. This is USB-C to USB-C. This should be for power. This is the included cable that came with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug this guy in right here. Power delivery, turn the battery on. We're going to plug this into our monitor and let's see if we get power going into this guy here real quick. All right, there we go. We do have power going in. And as you guys can see, we have a wireless screen indicator here that we can connect to this wirelessly. You can connect to it using a Windows machine. You can use a Mac. You can use an iOS device or an Android device that you're going to be able to connect to this. So, all right, guys, so follow the instructions. You're just going to make sure that you have your Wi-Fi turned on. You're going to press the Windows and the K key at the same time. So it's going to be those two keys. And then it's going to search. As you guys see here, there's our device. We're just going to click on it and it's going to connect. And then once it's connected, we should be able to use this as an extended monitor. So it's obtaining information. As you guys can see, the screen is popping up and down. And here we go now. Now we have this screen connected. So I can go over using my mouse here and I can close this screen. We have this now wireless window open. We can open our browser, pretty much anything we want to do. Now, of course, you should be able to go into your settings and also determine if you want this to be a extended monitor or if you want it to be a, just a mirror of your screen that's on your desktop, as you guys see here. Yeah, I like this. This is really nice, guys. Completely wireless, okay? No cables connected. You know, you do have to provide your power source to this, whether that's AC power or DC power, regardless of which of those two you decide to go with, is totally up to you. But you guys can see there's no wires whatsoever connected to this PC, and it's working perfectly. So if you guys are looking for a wireless monitor or something like this, you know, for on location shoots, all different types of applications, I could see something like this definitely being beneficial. This could be exactly what you're looking for. Now, I must emphasize that you must read the instruction manual because there's a lot of information in the instruction manual that makes it easy for you to set these devices up and pair them together. But once you do that, everything is just going to work seamlessly, guys. Hopefully this video has been helpful to someone out there who's thinking about or looking for a wireless monitor. This could be exactly what you're looking for. And look at how thin this monitor is. That is amazing how thin it is and how big it is as well. Now, of course, you can go in and adjust your brightness controls and all of that kind of stuff to your, to your preferences. But I am very, very excited about this monitor and all of the different ways I'll be able to use this in studio and also on location. All right, guys, it's been your buddy Rome with Rome Knows Tech, and I will catch you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace. I'm out.